These two puppies cannot compete with each other. We need to step in and start to help this little puppy to thrive. I will explain why and how to use these items. I will see you soon. Hello, my dear friend. Thank you for coming again to my channel, The World in You. And I'm Tatiana. And today I want to show you one of my biggest and one of my smallest puppies in the litter, and explain to you what we need to do to help our little puppies to thrive. So let me show you. This is my bigger puppy. Okay, he's the biggest one. Okay, I would say he's like a big of the litter. Okay, and this is a Runt. And I want to show you like a difference in the sizes. Okay, look, this is a big boy, right? And this is a Runt, small girl. And as you can understand, these two puppies cannot compete with each other. So this definitely is, this bigger puppy is going to dominate for milk supplies, for mom attention, for everything compared to this little one. But when we have a situation like that, and we have like such a big difference in the puppies, what we need to do? We need to step in and start to help this little puppy to thrive. Because if we will not do it, okay, highly likely this puppy is not going to have nutrition, and it will not thrive. And a lot of puppies in situation where they need to compete with such a big siblings, they even might die of starvation. So we definitely don't want to do this. So this video I think is going to be very important for my rescue friends and for people who actually like helping raising puppies and they're dealing with runts. Okay, so I will go to Walmart right now and not only buy groceries for my family, but also is going to pick up some supplies for little runs. Okay, so make sure they have enough nutrition, they have everything to thrive, and after I will do groceries, I will show you what exactly pick up for little ones, and I will explain why and how to use these items to help our puppies thrive and have a very strong and successful start in their life, even they're just born a little bit smaller. It doesn't mean they're going to be any less of dogs. I mean, they still is going to grow up which they genetically designed, okay? But of course we need to help out puppies like that. So be with me, I will see you soon. If I will probably buy this one, it's probably going to work better.
She's so tiny. How much does she weigh? 4.5 pounds. Oh my god, she is tiny. Look at this baby.
I think I will take this one in the little jars. This is good if you're going to do like a small portions of formula. This is when you have a lot of puppies and you make a bigger amount of puppy formula. So I would rather have them both just in case. It's organic liquid coconut oil. Contains coconut. I'll probably take this one. I'm going to show you exactly how to use these items and how they are beneficial for little runs. And some people might think, okay, why we should go through all of that additional cost to buy these items, time, of course, because raising runs or orphaned puppies is very time consuming. For example, what if we just can rotate puppies? We just let mom to handle that. We just take big puppies and rotate with little ones. And I think it's a wonderful idea, but it's not always work like a plan. For example, in my scenario, mom has bigger nipples, and runs they have a hard time to latch on her nipple, and if they're able to latch, they have a hard time to suckle because the nipple's so big, and sometimes they have such a small mouth that they just even don't cover whole nipple to nurse properly. So that is why rotation is a good idea, but I'm probably going to use this later when the runs is going to be more strong, more healthy, bigger, and they will be able to nurse properly. So, my dear friends, now I'm going to show you what I purchased and why do we need these items. At first, what I want to start it is very important. Our item is a kitchen scales. A kitchen scales, this is must have. Of course, you can purchase the more expensive one, like professional scales for puppies, but the kitchen scales also is going to work as well. Why do we need the scales? Because this is a critical important to weigh puppies daily in the same time, sometimes even 2 times per day. Because when you have such a big litter like I do, 10 puppies, it's very easily to miss, when this puppy is getting actually worse. Because in such a gentle age, you will see like bad stuff can happen very fast, and it can be very bad, and you can lose a puppy if you will not track their weight gain daily. And if puppy doesn't weight gain, it's very bad sign, it's a red flag. Healthy puppy should gain from 5 to 10-15% of body weight daily. So please just not only weight puppies, also like record it, because we're going to do formula upon on his weight. So if you don't know correct weight of puppy, how you will know how much food he needs? I usually like to use like a plastic container and put puppy in this plastic container, and I can see current weight of puppy, and especially since the plastic container transparent, I can see through there's a number on the scale. But yes, the scales, this is a first thing that I actually recommend you to have. We talked about scales, which scales actually help us to identify like a puppy in trouble, because the puppy is not gaining any weight. So if we'll see like red flag puppy or runt, so what we need to do, we need to supplement their food with puppy milk replacer. I like to use this brand, and this is ready to feed formula. Very good for puppies. It's a balanced formula here, and you don't need to do anything. You just need to open it, and it's ready to go. Okay, you just need to warm up a little bit, but I will talk about this a little bit later, how to use it properly for puppies. It doesn't matter what we're going to use, or liquid formula or powder formula. for our bodies, we need this device, guys. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. Okay, you all moms know what it is. It's a bottle warmer. Okay, why do we need this? Because this device is actually going to help us to keep formula warm. Because if you have a bigger litter, it's take a time, to feed your puppies, and formula can be very cold very fast, and we don't need this because we cannot feed puppies with cold formula because it might shock the system, okay, and we might lose the puppies because of that. So bottle warmer keep formula warm, and it's maintain temperature what we need. It's about like 9800 Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's very close to temperature what mom has and her milk has when she feeds puppy, and it's definitely is going to help us a lot because it's a time consuming. And especially if you tube feeding them and they try to fight you, like spit it out tube, or they don't want to take a nipple on the bottle. So it's quite a process. This is why so important to keep formula warm and ready. So you will not feel the stress that you need to go like to the kitchen and warm up milk again. And please, we don't use microwave at all, okay? We just formula needs to warm up slowly, and it saves you a lot of time and actually your nerves. I love it, so highly recommend to use it. I would like to find better thermometer, okay? But let me know if you use something else. For this moment, I use this thermometer. So before I will feed the puppy, I will always check the temperature of the puppy formula. So you definitely need to check it. Because too hot is bad and too cold is bad. We don't need this. Okay, we need healthy, strong puppies. Okay, that's what I need. Formula mixing pincher. And of course, we're going to use this for puppy formula. Okay, so we're going to use puppy formula, and we absolutely need to use this pincher, okay, which is going to help us mix formula very nicely. And you might think, why do we need this? Why do we need this mix and pincher? I think actually you don't. Okay, you just can use a spoon and something like to make formula even. But I definitely love it because I do with my litter very big amounts of formula, and it's much easier for me to mix this formula with water. I have a great results because you need to remember you cannot use mixer, okay, for a puppy formula, because mixer gives to formula too much air, okay, and if puppy going to digest too much air, it's going to create gas and bloating, and we don't need this because it's going to upset their stomachs, and they're going to be very gassy. And mixer, blender, it's not good approach in this stage. And of course, it's going to give a lot of foam, and when you going to give puppy like a formula, you actually don't know what he's taking, or it's just foam, or it's actually formula. Works great, guys. You don't need to have it, but I love it because it helps me, and puppies love it because they don't have upset stomach, okay? So it doesn't affect the digestive system because their digestive system is very sensitive, and trust me, you don't mess with this, because as soon if they will start diarrhea, they're going to lose liquid too fast, and they can be very sick very fast. So everything was going to prevent that. We need to use it. This is thermometer for puppy, for his rectal temperature. Okay, for his rectal temperature. Why do we need that? For example, normal temperature for puppy supposed to be 95, 98 degrees of Fahrenheit. Okay, this is normal temperature. But if a temperature of puppy below 95, we cannot feed puppy until we warm up puppy. Okay, why we cannot feed cold puppy? Because if you will feed cold puppy, you will shut down his digestive system. So before every feeding, you need to check a puppy temperature. Thermometer is your best friend. Okay, this is your first step before you will feed the puppy. I just bought this in case if I need additional storage for puppy formula. Okay, so I'm not sure that the pups even can able to suckle through this bottle at this point. Okay, because what I'm going to do with puppies, I'm going to feed them. Because I definitely going to know how much milk they had, how comfortable they are, and I will show you how to calculate formula, puppy formula according to puppy weight. Next, it's a syringe and tube. Okay, this one and this one. I'm going to use this one for right now. I think this probably going to work later better, but I will see. You cannot buy this in Walmart. I'm not sure you can. So I ordered this on internet on Amazon. So this is a tube. I'm going to use the tube with puppies. Okay, my dear friends, I also got the coconut oil. You might ask, why do I need the coconut oil? After every meal, puppy needs to be stimulated because puppies cannot do a potty by themselves. So mom licks their bellies and she stimulates them to go pee and poo. So of course for that we can use just warm wet clothes and stimulate bellies, which is work great. But for my opinion, bath cloth is a little bit harsh on their gentle skin, so I love to use like a coconut oil. It's very safe for puppies and safe for mama to stimulate their bellies, and it's also very antifungal, antiseptic, and it's good for the digestive system even. So it's a lot of benefits to use coconut oil. And it also makes the skin amazing. No irritation, no redness, no rashes. It works so good. I love it. But if you want to save some money, olive oil also works great for that. It depends on your preference. Never use any like petroleum jelly, anything not organic, anything like this. But I probably will tell you more in another videos why and why it's not working. So we need to keep it very simple and very safe for pups and for mom. Alright? Anything else? Tell me, did we forget anything? Did we tell everything? Look how much stuff I got for you. Okay, my dear friends, I guess I mentioned all items. And I think the next video is going to be, I don't know, let me think what I want to show you in another video. I think it's going to be like a feeding process, because I show you items, I explain to you why I bought them and why probably you need to consider and buy them too if you dealing with this problem. So I probably going to show you how I to feed puppies. Okay, maybe another option a bottle feeding, another option is sponge feeding. So I probably will talk about more in next video about all these options and which options better than another one or not. I think it's going to be interesting too. So did we say everything? Okay. She said that we can say bye-bye to our like friends, and she said that we want to meet you next video. Right? See you guys. Bye bye.